What if I told you that Borderlands 4 might be an open world looter shooter? Yesterday, my buddy JoltSued139 posted this clip of him loading in on his Borderlands 2 game using his brand new PC with the caption, "Seamless loading will be a reality someday." Pretty simple and fun tweet, but what happened next might go down in history as the moment that Borderlands changed forever. Whether that's good or bad remains to be seen. Randy Pitchford, the main man at Gearbox, the creators of Borderlands, responded with, "Seamless, you say?" Now, my first thought was admittedly in the completely wrong direction. I thought maybe Gearbox was finally about to push out a patch for Borderlands 2 to fix its plethora of issues that persist to this day. But then I snapped back to reality. This is about Borderlands 4. What could seamless potentially mean if not a game without load screens and save quitting constantly to farm for gear? My brain went into overdrive and, well, I had to make this video. What would such a thing look like? Maybe like Breath of the Wild that has clearly defined areas in one big map. Your initial load in is the main loading that you do, other than like entering into dungeons and other like tinier areas, which would be like maybe a lighter load in. You would still have sections on your maps and still have unique geography and climate. You'd still be able to travel around via some sort of fast travel system, but how would farming and dedicated drops work? Will there be a boss respawning system? But it's also possible, like I said, that I am reading way too much into this, and instead Randy is hinting that maybe we won't be save quit farming anymore, so going out to the main menu will just be a thing of the past. Maybe they're going to bring back a variation of the teleport system in Wonderlands where it takes you back to the hub area, but when you go back through your teleporter, and it resets the area that you go back to, allowing you to farm without saving and quitting, and providing a means for a team to stay together without disbanding and regrouping. In a perfect world, Borderlands 4 would be Borderlands the pre-sequel, or Wonderlands the story, Borderlands 2's villain, and Borderlands 3's gameplay. And outside of that, there's really no need to reinvent the wheel, so to speak. But what if that is exactly the change that we need? I remember getting this map right here when I first bought Borderlands 1, and I thought to myself, oh, that's cool. All the areas are actually connected. Because when you're playing the game, sometimes you feel like the areas are very much not connected. You have the big travel doors that are between areas, likely to save on file size for the game, but we're now almost 2 decades into the future from Borderlands 1, and we're still using that same technology for the maps. Maybe it is time to move forward into the future with one large seamless map. Now, the early pushbacks to this idea that I've seen are mostly worried about the big open areas with nothing in them, and I present you with, well, Borderlands 1 through 3. That's already a thing, but generally they hide things in these maps, in these areas. Chests, echo logs, Typhon chest toggles, Iridian writings, even named enemies that you can go and farm, unless it's Wonderlands, of course. The only difference would be that you load the map up once and everything is just there. Very similar to the Zelda Breath of the Wild system and also Elden Ring. Now, my biggest concern is that Gearbox hasn't had the best track record of optimization on their games. Borderlands 1 got a remaster with a memory leak that still hasn't been fixed years later. Borderlands 2 released a patch 7 years after launch that added the Commander Lilith DLC, but made no attempt to fix any of the other balancing issues the game had, even introducing a new problem where people who already paid for the Digistruct OP levels now had to buy the Commander Lilith DLC to actually gain OP levels. The pre-sequel lacks dedicated farming and endgame, also DLCs obviously, and Borderlands 3 still has issues with a wide variety of things as well, most notably the general game optimization. To this day, Xbox and PlayStation users on old gen still have crashing issues with no word from the devs about any potential fix. Hell, even on PC, if I'm not running a mod that fixes the vending machines to not show the item of the day, I can still crash. Look, I'm an optimist. I generally try to look at the bright side of things, but I am deeply concerned with Gearbox dipping their toes into something different that might be of a scale that they are not used to dealing with. Could they absolutely nail it and make Borderlands 4 the best game in the franchise? Absolutely. But could they also alienate fans further by changing the game so dramatically? Also, yes. Again, this might be nothing. Randy's tweet might be just him goofing off. We don't know. I could be reading way too much much into this, but Borderlands 4 news has been sparse and the fan base is so eager for any nugget of information right now that we're going to dissect everything like this into oblivion. So here's hoping that we get some news soon so we can stop being so crazy with these conspiracy theories. If you enjoyed this video and you want more Borderlands news info, playthroughs, and guides, then hit that subscribe button, tap the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video, and drop a comment down below letting me know what your thoughts are on the tweet and what you think it might mean. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.